This is Brew Crime News.
Your daily news, once monthly. Here are your hosts,
JT
and Mike. Welcome to Brew Crime News. This is Mike, and JT is on assignment, so I have a great co-host for today.
Hi, I'm Jen from our True Crime Podcast.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Nice to be here, Mike. Thanks for having me on. I
Well,
hope I do JT justice here.
thanks for joining me with all the crazy weather there right now.
No, yeah, it's a mess. I'm in St. Louis and we are under a tornado watch. We have been since like 3 p.m. and it's 9:20. So yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and you only
Lots
heard
of hail.
sirens how many times now?
It was 3 within an hour. So, and that was like at 6 o'clock. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Tornadoes.
that's
Yeah, it's
fun.
fun. Yeah, it's good times. It's
Yeah,
spring in the Midwest, so what can you do? We started out with bad storms in the morning. We end with bad storms in the evening. So
why not have a
good
little bit
times.
of fun, right?
Exactly. Exactly. You're not in trouble until you hear a freight train, and there's not
That's
supposed to be a
true.
train. So
We've got
yeah,
cows.
Mike, we do. We do.
I watched
So
Twister recently. Uh,
never
all
seen
right.
it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to watch it.
I'll have to. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna start with celebrity news.
Awesome.
I'm afraid being famous isn't the same as being a true hero.
That's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Please clear the set. That's a wrap.
All right. I found this one really adorable, so I wanted to share it. Adam Sandler gets nervous around Taylor Swift for the cutest reason.
I love Adam.
Yeah, I really liked him back in the past. I don't really care for his movies anymore, but he seems like a good guy. But Adam Sandler made headlines when he made an appearance at Taylor Swift's Eras tour with his daughters, Sadie and Sunny. But during an appearance on the February 26th episode of Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend podcast, everyone's favorite comedian explained that even though he's been in the entertainment industry for nearly 4 decades, he still gets starstruck. And he said that he was left completely speechless, and he gets nervous around Swift because Sadie and Sunny are huge fans. He doesn't want to embarrass them,
I
which is
don't, yeah,
adorable.
it is adorable. God love him.
Here's a quote. Taylor Swift, because what she means to my kids, I get a little fucking jumpy, Adam said. I don't want to blow it for my kids. I talk a little too loud. I don't act as cool as I can. It's so
Well,
funny when someone who's as big as Adam Sandler, like, even though I'm not a big fan of his movies anymore, he's a massive movie star still. It's
he
hilarious.
is. He is. He's so, we went to see him in concert, I guess it was it last year. And he was, I mean, he's still got that frat house humor, but like
Yeah.
when he speaks about his wife and his kids, you can tell he is like head over heels and he's like the ultimate family guy. And
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty neat.
Uh,
I like him.
sounds like he even did a cover of a Swift song Lover during a
Oh,
tour.
really?
Yeah.
That's fun. That's fun. I like that. Yeah, he
Yeah.
didn't.
I just wanted to mention that. I just think it's adorable that he gets all nervous
So,
around
yeah,
Taylor Swift.
I'd get nervous around, well, I mean, yeah.
I would get nervous around her because I shouldn't be near her, probably because she's some huge famous star. Probably get my ass kicked by
Oh,
security.
no, no. I think, people love to hate her,
Oh
but
no,
if
she's
you watch
great.
some of the tours, she does this thing, it's called Hat 22 or something like that, where, I don't know about you, I'm feeling 22. That song. I don't know if you know that
No,
song, but anyway, they pick somebody at the concert, and sometimes it's a little girl, sometimes it's a little boy, sometimes it's an adult, somebody, and sometimes like the one that I saw, or one of the ones that I saw was a little girl that had terminal cancer. And they go at the end of the stage, and Taylor's coming out, and they're like almost her and all of her dancers are in a line and they're singing, and she's on a t-shirt that says something, like a lyric to her song or something. And then she has
Yeah.
this kind of a top hat or a bowler hat, and she's wearing it, and she comes out, and at the end of the stage is where they set the person. And
Yeah.
she goes down and she goes and she gives them a big hug and she gives them the hat. And then they exchange friendship bracelets. And
Aw.
if you see the look of some of these kids, I'm gonna start crying now. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's just, and she's sincere. I mean, it would be really hard to pull that off night after night after night, but it's like she seems so sincere. And it's like my
Yeah.
favorite videos of her to watch are these Hat 22 videos.
Well, those kids did make her a billionaire. Well, the kids' parents,
Well,
but
the kids' parents did, but still, I mean, she didn't have to do any of it, right?
that's
I
true.
mean,
100%.
so yeah, yeah.
100%.
So, well, I have my thing is another
Perfect.
singer in quotation marks. This is not one of my favorite people, by the way.
Uh-oh.
But Jennifer Lopez cancels multiple dates on her This Is Me tour.
I didn't know she was touring.
I know. Jennifer Lopez has canceled 7 dates of her first North American tour in 5 years in
Wow.
support of her new album, This Is Me Now. And it's a pair of companion films. The opening dates spanning from August 20th to the 31st in Cleveland, Nashville, Raleigh, Atlanta, and Tampa, New Orleans, and Houston were listed as canceled on Ticketmaster because why? She can't sell tickets.
Really?
Yeah, weak ticket sales. So they just canceled
That
them.
blows my mind. I mean,
Hmm.
I know she's not as popular as she once was, but holy
Yeah, I
crap.
mean, she still has 30 more shows, large numbers of tickets, but most of the tour dates remain unsold.
Wow, that
Yeah,
blows my mind.
I know. So,
Wow. She didn't even do
yeah,
anything bad.
no, no. I mean, she's dating Ben Affleck, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
No, it just means you might have bad taste in men, but
Twice. Yeah, she's dated him twice. But yeah, she's not selling weak ticket sales in those areas. So,
wow.
mhm. I kind of feel bad for her. I mean, that's gotta be kind of a punch in the gut. You know what I mean? A
Yeah.
little bit embarrassing, I think.
I mean, I think she's doing a little more, she was doing more movies really lately anyways, but that's
Yeah,
bizarre. I would assume she would just have a big draw.
you would think so. I would think so. I mean, I don't even like her, but I would think that she would have a big draw.
I mean, I
But
understand why Kanye West can't get a concert going, but
Jesus, don't even get me started about
yeah.
Kanye.
And I was
He's
really
dumb.
weirded out to see that Marilyn Manson was picked up to be a supporter on a tour. It's the first time since he was called out on the Me Too thing.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Yeah,
so-
that didn't surprise me at all, that Me Too thing.
Neither did I. I'm still a big fan of his music. It's hard because I hate him
I know.
now, but I'm not
Hmm.
surprised at all. I read his autobiography and it was just like, ooh, that doesn't sound great. Like, why are you putting that in a book?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not
And that
surprised.
happened when was this, in the 80s or 90s?
A lot of his
Right?
stuff,
No,
no,
this his problems, not his problems, the essay, the Me Too stuff.
the Me
Well,
Too stuff.
Me Too happened in the Me Too moment, but when was this? What
What's
is he accused of? It was probably the 90s
I think it
when he
was the
first became
2000s. I think it was the
2000s.
2000s, and then there was some ones that came out from earlier and later.
Yeah.
That was I forget what her name is. One of the actors from Scream. She was one of the
Nev
first ones
Campbell?
to come. No, not Nev. I don't remember who it was. Pretty bad. But yeah,
Hmm. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's just not good at all. Well, and then you
No.
did, going back to Taylor, you did hear just another article that I had pulled up, the here in Kansas City with the football, when they were Kansas City Chiefs were
Oh
playing
yeah,
and
yes,
Taylor Swift was there,
yeah.
that that was, I think it was was it a sold out game or something? And because
Probably the
Taylor,
Super Bowl.
yes, it was in the Super
Or no, the
Bowl.
Super Bowl was a different one. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was like what I guess playoffs, but it was like It was huge. Like the stadium was filled, but it was -20 degrees here, which is
Yeah.
-4. No, -4 here, -20
Yeah.
in Canada. And it was the Kansas City Chiefs playing Miami Dolphins. Some fans were treated for frostbite, which
Oh,
caused damage to the skin and tissues. So some of them had to get amputations. 12 of those
man.
people, including some who were at the football game, had to undergo amputations involving mostly fingers and toes. So,
That is nuts. I mean, it was cold, but come on, people. Dress.
accordingly, yeah.
Like,
I
I'm trying to
mean,
look up the coldest Grey Cup ever, which is Canada's like Super Bowl
yeah,
in
it
the
says
Canadian Football League.
the wind chill dipped as low as -33 C, which is -27 Fahrenheit.
Here we go.
I don't like anything that much to sit in that cold for that long. And there's no amount of alcohol that could keep you that warm or give you that false sense of warmness that
Yeah.
liquor does.
Where is it here? There's in 1975, and Edmonton and Montreal played the Grey Cup in Calgary, and it was let's see, -30 Celsius.
Wow.
Yeah, my friend's gone to a lot of Grey Cups, and he's been in a lot of really cold games, and I don't
But he
know.
still has his digits.
He still has his digits, yep, because he
Yeah.
dressed appropriately.
Well, here's this too. However, it narrowly missed out on being the coldest game in NFL history, which remains the 1967 NFL Championship in Wisconsin, where temperatures reached -35 C, earning it the nickname the Ice Bowl.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
I bet you those fans that lost digits were probably from Miami. Don't have
I
cold
don't know.
weather gear.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't want to say that they're not smart because they're doing what they love,
Oh no,
but
no, it's just if you don't
yeah,
own the gear, like if you live in
right.
Miami,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
flip-flops
I
and
don't know.
t-shirts, like I don't know.
I don't know. That's really, yeah, that exposure is nothing to
No, you can't play
sneeze
around
at
with
at
that.
all. No. I'm too much of a baby. I mean, I like the cold, but there's no way I would sit there. No way.
Yeah,
I would be complaining. Somebody would hurt me for my complaining so much.
I bet. All right. Toronto Maple Leafs superfan completes two bucket list items. Beat cancer and attended first game. I think it's Jean Mooney had just two things on her bucket list. Beat cancer and attend a Toronto Maple Leafs game. On February 29th at Toronto Scotiabank Theatre, Mooney, now 82 and cancer-free, cheered from the stands as the Leafs took on the Arizona Coyotes, making a dream come true for both herself and her family. So it sounds like she's been a diehard fan for 62 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And she just never been to a game before.
And so they got her there. That's awesome.
Yeah. So it looks like she went with her daughter, Karen, and some other family members. And let's see here. Her parents immigrated from Scotland in 1962, and they had never followed hockey before. So it sounds like their friends' children had been to Leafs games, and it's just she had never made it to one. But
Wow. Well, good for her.
in 2022 in May, she was diagnosed with stage 3 cancer,
Uh,
lung cancer, and she's now cancer free, which is amazing.
oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Good for her. Cancer free, and she gets to go to see her favorite team.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah, she went for surgery on August 30th, 2022 to remove the upper lobe of her right lung. It's not an easy surgery when you're in your 80s. Yeah, so she was cleared of cancer in September of 2023. It looks like she sat like right up by the glass like front
Oh,
row.
really? Yeah. So she
Yeah,
was
so she
like
did
a
it
guest of
right.
honor. Good for her.
Which those would be really expensive tickets, a couple hundred
Yeah,
bucks minimum. Or I can send you
that's
the link so
cool.
you can see the picture. It's like the
I
first
like,
picture.
I had a friend that used to work in the alumni room for the St. Louis Blues
Oh, cool.
hockey. And so sometimes, oh, there she is. Look how cute she is. Look at that
Yeah.
smile on her face.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
it's
she
like
looks
she's
like she's
screaming.
jazzed.
She's screaming. Yeah. She's rooting those babies on.
Does it say who won the game?
She's cute.
Do, 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 do.
That's adorable.
No, it doesn't say who won that game.
Oh, look. Beat cancer and attended my first game. They have her in a wheelchair. They put her.
Yeah. It almost looks
Oh,
like in the picture that she's got like an oxygen thing going on in the wheelchair, but then
yeah.
the front in the front of the glass, no oxygen.
Oh, and then when she's in her chair and she's got her Toronto Maple Leafs jersey on, she's got that big grin on her face. I
Yeah,
like her. She seems spunky.
she does. So yeah, just a feel good
Nice
random
thing.
story. Yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta love it when someone who, gone through some hard things gets to go do something fun that she's always loved and never been
right.
to.
That's awesome. Well, my random is dealing with Missouri once again. Sorry. I thought this
No,
was
no.
funny. There is you know how you have buyback things like some countries do guns that,
Yep.
you hand in your guns, you get this. Well, Missouri is having a buyback for trees. It is the
Interesting.
Callery pear trees, which is the bane of our spring existence. They have beautiful blooms. It's like a Bartlett pear tree or something like
Okay,
that.
yeah.
They have beautiful white blooms, but they're very invasive. And per the article, registration for the program starts next week, and St. Louisans who complete event registrations will receive a Missouri native tree in place of the jizz smelling one on April 23rd. They have the most rank
Ooh.
semen smelling. Yeah, we have one in the front yard, and they are as messy as they smell. When the little
Oh,
pear or
jeez.
whatever fruit comes when it ripe,
When
they
it comes.
fall. Yes, when it falls and it splats everywhere. It's awful. I hate the tree. I hate it. So I'm gonna make sure to show my husband this article.
Yes.
But yeah, um, it's the very last thing says ejaculate. Oh, I mean, sorry, eradicate the colory pear tree by visiting the Missouri invasive plant website.
Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
Whoever wrote that article, I love
Is
them.
oh yeah, that's what everybody says. Her name is Paula Treadway, and the title is "Get a Free Tree Just by Chopping Down a Jizz Smelling One," and the subline is "You're laughing, but we're serious." Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
they are beautiful in the spring. They are gorgeous. Like the one in our front yard is like huge, and it's the petal, the blooms are beautiful and pure white. They're just, I hate it.
it's pure white too. That's
It's beautiful to look at, but other than that, it's horrible.
it's got to be like that. I forget what the flower's called. We have it's like a enclosed garden. It's a glass dome. I forget what it's called now. I'm going blank. But they have this one flower in there that only blooms like every like 5 years or whatever, and it smells like rotten meat when it blooms.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
corpse
that's it.
flower.
Yeah.
It looks really cool. You guys have
And
one
they've
up
got
there?
one there. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I want to
I
go
forget what
see
it's
one. I think
called.
we have one here, but I'm not for sure if we do. Ours it would be in our Missouri Botanical Garden. Is it the big no, the jewel box maybe. I don't know. Hell, I'm not even for sure if we have one, but I think we do.
White supremacist fitness club our clubs are fat shaming Trump supporters and plotting a race war.
Wow. That's a lot.
It's a lot, right?
Yeah. So
So
white
yeah,
supremacists. Okay.
at
Okay.
least they don't like Trump, but they're gross. A network of white supremacist fitness clubs is spreading across the U.S. recruiting men to prepare for what they believe will be a
Mm.
race war.
They're
The
training
groups,
the gravy seals. Yeah.
the groups known as active clubs
Oh,
target disaffected white men by offering a sense of community where members regularly meet to practice martial arts or workouts.
well, good for them for prioritizing their health, right? If we could
Yeah,
just get
yeah.
them
Oh.
to
Now some mental health.
mental health would be great. Yes.
Yeah, but
Wow.
unfortunately, these groups have a much darker agenda that's rooted in white supremacy. Their Telegram channels reveal their extreme views. They are filled with neo-Nazi iconography, racist, anti-Semitic memes, and negative news articles about people of color and the LGBTQ.
Mm.
Yeah,
I don't get the blind hate, just the
no,
blanket hate of everybody, but I don't understand that.
neither do I. It doesn't make any sense to hate people
No.
that you don't know or you've never met. Like, yeah, so dumb.
On another note, for me, if you are in the Pittsburgh area and you don't have anything to do on April 28th, you can go to the Crafton Ingram Lanes, bowling lanes,
Ooh, I like
for
bowling.
a balls out bowling. It is put on by Pittsburgh area naturalist group, and it's
Oh,
bowling in the buff. Yes. Although nudity is required, with the exception that women can wear bottoms, which is nice because nobody needs to see that while bowling. The group said that in the you need to bring a towel and a bag for your belongings. Your tickets need to be purchased in advance. It's $25. And it says, quote, bowling, nope, balls out bowling is the ultimate bowling experience for anyone who loves to have fun and show off their skills in the buff.
you
So you
know,
have to be 18 to come,
that's probably good. Yeah.
and is stressed that safety and privacy is paramount and sexual activity is not permitted. Nudism does not equal consent, and harassment will not be taken lightly.
That's good.
So good for them. But yeah, if you're free, go bowling.
I
Balls
think if I
out
was gonna go do anything balls out, it would be at a beach, probably.
at a beach, not in a bowling alley.
No, no,
No,
I'm not gonna go throw my balls down the lane with the balls out. I don't know.
things flapping. Yeah.
Yeah, no, end up hurting myself.
Yeah. Hey, to each their own. I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to go, but there you go. I thought it was kind of fun.
Oh, that's the breast.
It's creative, right?
It
It's the
is.
breast. It's very creative.
It is very
So,
creative. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with people that love to be nude. I just
No.
wouldn't want to do it myself in a
Well,
bowling alley.
and from what I've seen from people that are said to be nudists, they're not exactly people you want to see nudes.
No,
I mean, nobody wants to see me nude either. I don't even want to see myself nude. But
they're doing it to
it's
to
not like
be
you've got a
free,
bunch of
not to
Hugh
be seen.
Jackmans and Jennifer Lopez's or whoever. You
Scarlett
just
Johansson, Jennifer Lawrence's.
Jennifer,
Yeah.
yeah, there it's not that type. Yeah.
Let's find some people that are relevant today.
I'm trying to. I'm too old to be
I mean,
relevant.
obviously
Yeah.
J Lo isn't if she can't sell concert tickets.
Oh, poor J-Lo. I don't like her, but I don't wish that on anyone.
No, no, me neither.
That's horrible. That's
It
horrible.
is.
So that's all I got for random.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House! There you go. Why don't we just ask Osama Obama, Obama what is since he won by such a big amount.
All right. West Vancouver mayor banned from practicing law for 2 years.
Wow. What'd he do?
West Vancouver Mayor Mark Sagar has been suspended from practicing law for 2 years after agreeing that he committed 3 instances of professional misconduct while handling a friend's estate. Says Wednesday's release from the Law Society of British Columbia. The society says Sagar admitted to acting in conflict of interest by failing to ensure his client had received independent legal advice over the arrangement. He also admitted to withdrawing $44,800 in executor fees and $26,790 in care and management fees from the estate fund before receiving approval to do so.
Wow.
Yes. He
Wow.
also further admitted that he failed to maintain proper records and did not make contact with 4 charities that were listed as beneficiaries on the will for approximately 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he's governor?
He is the mayor of West
Oh, the mayor.
Vancouver. Yeah.
Wow.
And
Huh.
it's West Vancouver is probably the city in BC with the most millionaires. Like it's a really, really wealthy city.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's kind of funny that he's a douchebag stealing money from people.
It's not, I'm not surprised.
No.
So does he get to keep his title as mayor? Does he have to step down?
Um,
Or did that happen before?
I'm trying to see. He's currently mayor. No, he's currently only suspended from practicing law for 2 years.
Okay. But he can still govern.
He says he withdrew $2,954 from separate bank accounts belonging to the client for funeral costs, mistakenly reimbursing himself twice for the same expense.
Aw, it was a mistake.
Yeah. He also
Oh, well.
released a check for $2,000 to the K Meek Arts Center, despite the center not being listed as a beneficiary.
Did he donate it in his name or the
Doesn't
deceased name?
say. He is gonna have to pay back over $40,000.
40,000.
He is
That's
going to resign his membership from the Law Society and move his focus to the community.
not
He also
banking.
had, yeah, he also had controversies in 2018 with allegations surfaced that he improperly accepted $75,000 gift from his godmother while writing her will.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
It doesn't sound like he's a very good lawyer.
No,
So
he
this
sounds
is
like a
probably a
really
good thing.
dirty one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he probably is a dirty mayor, I'm guessing.
Oh, no, I'm sure it stops at the law firm.
Yeah, right?
I'm sure he's not taking any bribes or anything like that
No,
as
no, not at
mayor.
all. No.
He's not favoring anybody. I'm sure it's all
No,
up
and
and up. He's changed his ways. He's a
you know,
different
like
man.
in the British properties, which is the richest neighborhood basically in BC
Mhm.
in West Vancouver, there's a lot of, you know, when they do construction up there, there's a lot of rules and they don't do it and they get fined and there's lots of, money changing hands. It's probably a lot of that going to him.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I wouldn't doubt it.
probably not. Yeah.
Allegedly, right?
Allegedly,
Allegedly.
yes.
Yeah.
All
Interesting.
right.
Well, I don't know if you've heard, Mike, but the House of Representatives this week voted to ban TikTok
I heard.
in the United States. They say that China, which I don't believe China really owns it. I think Singapore owns more of it than China does. I know the CEO is actually from Singapore. But anyway, they say that China is stealing our data, right? Because
We're freely giving it to them
we are
on
giving it
TikTok.
but I watched TikTok today and somebody posted a graph of who and takes the most data and sells it and everything. The top four, Instagram's number one, Facebook's number two, Messenger is three, and Threads is number four. And who owns all those?
Facebook.
Meta.
Mark
Mark
Shitterberg.
Zuckerberg. Yes. Yes. I believe TikTok is like number 28 on the list, and right above it is Target. But anyway, that's not
Target.
my story. Tarjay. That's not my story, but everybody's upset because 170 million Americans use TikTok and
Yeah.
everybody's livid. And it's not just the kids, it's millennials,
Adults,
it's Gen
millennials, yeah.
Xers, it's everybody uses it. Well, the former Treasury Secretary, Steve Mnuchin, is putting together an investor group to buy TikTok, he says.
Good luck.
Um, yes, he says, I think the legislation should pass and I think it should be sold. Munchin said that it's a great business and I'm going to put together a group to buy TikTok. So the common
Yeah.
ground between Liberty and ByteDance, Mace's son SoftBank Vision Fund invested in ByteDance in 2018 and is also a limited partner in Munchin's Liberty Strategic.
I've heard of
So,
neither.
yep. And the bill is headed to the Senate where the future is uncertain. And though President Biden says that if it does make it to his desk, he will sign it. But the whole thing is they have 6 months. They're giving it back to TikTok and their ByteDance and says if, you have 6 months to sell it, the American version, which is only 10% of their
Yeah.
thing. Um, if you sell it to us, we can keep you. But can I tell you something? I wouldn't sell it. I'd say screw
No.
you. We don't need you. It's only 10%,
Yeah,
right?
100%.
As much as I will miss Facebook or as much as I will
TikTok?
miss TikTok, it's like I don't blame them if they don't sell.
What, if you have it on your phone already, it probably won't go away. You just won't be able to re-download it. I
Right.
would bet.
No. It will be illegal to have it. They will fine any like Apple if they have it on their app. Like
Well, that's
you
what I mean.
cannot get it.
It probably won't just be deleted off your phone, but if you deleted it and wanted it back, it would be gone probably.
Well, yeah, but with all the different updates and stuff on your phone,
Oh, maybe.
you won't be able to get it after a while.
True.
But yep. But ByteDance was valued at 220 billion
Yeah.
in 2023. So
Just get a VPN on your phone and pretend you're not in the United States.
Yeah, that's not wrong. But but it's ridiculous. They're saying that they don't want our data sold, which is not
It's not being
right.
sold
No,
because
there's
you're
a whole
giving
bunch
it.
of theories, right? There's the people in America are learning too much about what's going on, and we're able to get together. Like right now, they are pushing a Kellogg's ban starting on April 1st to go through 3 months because the CEO of Kellogg's, who has raised product prices 28% for no reason, said, well, if you can't, you can still afford to eat cereal for dinner.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
it's capitalism. All this system that
Late
they
stage. Yeah,
love, it's garbage. It's
it
just trying
is.
to bleed us dry.
It is. So there is starting April 1st, you're not supposed to buy any Kellogg's or any of their brands under the Kellogg name, which is like Nabisco. There's a whole bunch of stuff,
Yeah.
but they're trying to twist. And I don't think the government likes that. And I think the other groups that are paying our government officials are
Yep.
lobbyists, I guess they're called. I don't know.
Lobbyists, yeah.
They
Lobby
want it
groups.
gone. And there's something else about the Israeli government's paying. I don't know. I don't know any of that
I wouldn't
part.
be surprised.
Yeah, because of everything about the Hamas and
Yeah.
Palestine is getting put like raw footage of the
Yeah.
war is going on, and people are actually seeing what is going on in the war.
Yeah. Well,
where before we
unfortunately,
never got to.
Israel's been murdering the reporters and stuff that are
Oh,
there.
yeah.
They've been killing them, so the regular news isn't getting the video, so people are putting it on TikTok and whatever will take it.
Right. And the government can't spin it like normal
Yeah,
things have
100%.
been spun. And so the American people are finding out what's really going on and they're not happy. And
No.
yeah. So yeah, but Steve Munchin's gonna come in, or however
Good
you
luck
say his
with
name.
that.
Yeah.
Munch
like I
face.
said, I wouldn't if I was ByteDance, I wouldn't sell it. I'd just say sorry.
Yeah, 100%.
And then there's other people that say that Zuckerberg is paying money to have them because they can't compete. He
Mhm.
cannot compete with,
Yeah,
ByteDance,
100%.
with TikTok. So
I mean,
don't know.
If India or China said no to TikTok, it would probably go, whoa, 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 we'll
Right.
do something. But
Well, it's what
10%, no.
dictators do. It's like you want to come in my you can't. I have to buy you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like
Where's this
what
whole
if?
freedom thing?
Thank you. What about like if we would go? What if we would go to Singapore or China and want to sell Ford cars, right?
Yeah,
And they would say, no, we have to buy your company. We
yeah,
wouldn't do that,
exactly.
right? We wouldn't do that at all. So
No. Although I
it's
didn't
just
see a lot of American cars in China when I was there, mostly German.
uh, might be better quality.
Status symbol.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. But it's I don't know. It's frustrating. It's really frustrating. And I have to say I
Yeah.
do like TikTok a lot. It's a lot of fun. And I have learned a bunch of things on TikTok. Not I mean, if you go on my page, it's mostly cooking and music and politics and now Kate Middleton. The Where's Kate Middleton thing.
Yes.
I'm getting all sorts of stuff for Kate Middleton. But yeah, it's a great place. I love it.
I
And
I don't have an account on TikTok. I have the
mhm,
app, but
uh-huh,
I don't have a login,
right?
so it doesn't learn my ways. But I don't want
Your
to log
algorithm.
in. I don't want an algorithm with it. I just
Oh, the
flip, flip,
algorithm's
flip.
the best part is the best part, really, because it is so succinct. Like
I just don't like
it's
that
almost
rabbit hole.
scary.
I don't like algorithms. I don't like how it decides what I like and just keeps showing me that because it just puts you in that like echo chamber. It's like, no, I want to see a bit of everything.
Yeah, that's true. You do get in an echo chamber, but then you don't have to see the idiots that you can't stand either, right?
They're everywhere.
Like I don't get the He-Man Woman Haters Club people show
Oh
up on
yeah.
my TikTok fan that
Well,
make
I've luckily never
page that
seen
make
that.
my blood boil. So yeah.
Well, I've
But
got
anyway,
one
Steve
more
Manchin.
politics here.
Okay.
What was that? What were you gonna say?
I said, but Steve Manchin will or Minchin or Munchin or whatever his name
Yeah.
is will save the day.
Well, I saw this and I it kind of made me a little happy.
Okay.
Florida teachers can say gay in classroom after lawsuit settlements.
Good.
Yeah. So they're allowed to now discuss sexual orientation and gender identity, but they can't teach it. But at least it's allowed to be said now,
Mm-hmm.
which is a good first step, right? So students and teachers can discuss sexual orientation and gender identity in Florida classrooms, provided it is not part of the instruction under a settlement reached Monday between Florida education officials and civil rights attorneys who had challenged the state law critics dubbed "Don't Say Gay." Um, the settlement clarifies what is allowed in Florida classrooms following passage 2 years ago of the law prohibiting instruction on sexual orientation and gender identity in early grades. Opponents said the law had created confusion about whether teachers could identify themselves as LGBTQ or if they even could have rainbow stickers in classrooms, which is just crazy. Again, what is this whole freedom thing that Americans love to talk about as they fucking strip the freedoms away? I don't know.
Mm. Well, Missouri, they're trying to get a law passed for teachers that if a child, a student, teenager says, call me him, her, or whatever, and the teacher goes
Yeah,
along with it, the teacher will be put on a sexual predator list, or
it's fucking despicable.
I think that's how that is. Yeah. Hmm. So Missouri is bad. Missouri is getting very, very bad with restriction, with wanting to do that kind of stuff.
Ugh, I hate
It's a
hearing that.
slippery slope. Hmm.
Yes, it
Yep,
is.
not good.
No.
All right. Montana rancher illegally created giant hybrid sheep. No.
Okay.
Montana rancher illegally created giant hybrid sheep to sell for thousands.
Ooh.
A Montana rancher created giant hybrid sheep and sold them for hunting, creating the lambs by using illegal imported genetic material from the world's largest sheep species. Now, the money-making
Interesting.
scheme sought to create a hybrid species of sheep that could be sold at a high price to hunting preserves in the United States and would mimic the world's biggest breed, the Marco Polo Argali sheep, Argail, and it's a threatened species that lived in Central Asia, and it's prized by trophy hunters. Arthur Jack Schubarth, is his name, 80
Gesundheit.
years old. Yes, he's 80. He created more than 150 cloned embryos of the species and successfully bred a male Marco Polo and selling off one of its offspring for 10 grand.
Wow.
Yes, he used sheep semen to breed it with other species, created the hybrid sheep, and selling them to people in Texas and in Montana. He pled guilty to 2 felony wildlife counts against him this week in federal court, and he faces up to 10 years in prison and fines up to $500,000.
Holy shit. Just for getting some sheep semen?
Well, they're, I guess, endangered species,
Yeah.
right? So he was
Wow.
doing it all illegal. He was getting it all illegally from, I guess, these Asian things. Yeah.
Black market?
Yeah. But I mean,
Well, I mean, it's not the
he's just,
worst black market thing you can get.
but trust it, he was selling these for 10,000 a pop, right?
Yeah.
So for people to shoot. So yeah. Yeah, he had
Wild.
embryos implanted in some of the ewes on his ranch, which resulted in birth of purebred Marco Polo Argalis. Yeah, and then he used that. He named that male Montana Mountain King, and then he used that sperm to impregnate other species of ewe, bringing the species that are prohibited in Montana across state lines to do so.
Oh my.
So yeah, yeah, go him, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Well, I
I
guess
don't
not
know.
anymore. So he's gone.
It's Sheep Park, not Jurassic Park.
Sheep are. I know. I mean, they look like rams. I guess the men are rams, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. And then my other one that I have, which is kind of sweet. So, it's March Meowness in your Worcester or Worcester in Massachusetts.
Okay, yep.
Worcester, Massachusetts. If you, by any chance, checked out a library book and you have some late fees and you need to pay them off, all you have to do is submit a photo to your cat to this
Oh
library,
wow.
and they will take that instead of cash. And
I
even
like it.
if, yeah, uh-huh. They said they will, even if you don't have a cat in your life, you can still draw one. Or if it's, you can draw a big cat like a tiger or a lion. We'll take
I would
whatever.
just
If you
download
have a
one.
dog that looks like a cat, you could send one of those. We will accept honorary cats as well. So you may show us a picture or drawing of a dog, raccoon, an orca, a capybara, or any other animal.
Capybara all the way.
Yep. She said there have been more than 400 accounts that were cleared of fines during the first 5 days of March.
I love it.
It's great. I think it's
Yeah, it's
great.
feel
So,
good. I love it.
yeah,
I think
she
library
said,
fees are dumb, so this is great.
yeah, it said the program was inspired when officials noticed a large number of young patrons had amassed significant fines since the start of COVID-19 pandemic. So that was a one way to just clear out all the debt and start fresh. Because you want to get those kids in to read, right? And you don't want them to be
Yeah.
scared. It's like once I owed a certain amount of money to Blockbuster, I never went back to Blockbuster. I didn't want to pay it, right? Not that I'm the reason why Blockbuster went out of business, but I might have helped. So
Yeah, no doubt. Well, hey, there's still one, I think.
yeah, yeah, there is one. I think isn't there a documentary or something on it?
There was a TV show, a short-lived TV show too, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I forget. I don't know.
I didn't watch it. Toronto police officer gets 4 years in prison for sexually assaulting vulnerable women.
Uh, he only got four
But he actually
four
got
years.
4, which is amazing. So he
Why don't they take
was,
that serious? I don't understand.
well, it took him 2 years to actually charge him, it looks like. So Constable Connell Quinn, 54, who has been a police officer for 23 years, was sentenced at an Ontario Supreme Court in Toronto. Sexual assault occurred at the victim's home in March 21st, 2021. Quinn was found guilty of sexual assault on October 27th, 2023, and he was on duty and in uniform at the time of the incident. Like, how the fuck? He was
I don't.
probably on paid leave too, right?
Hmm. That's so sickening. So sickening. Taking advantage of his position.
Yeah. Yeah, it says it's Constable Quinn took advantage of a vulnerable woman and had her engage in sexual activity that was a serious violation of her bodily integrity.
Ugh. Like, was she? Did he like pull her over? Did it say anything like that? That then he's like, "I'll
Um,
get you out of a ticket if
no,
you."
because it was at her home, so I'm not sure if he
Oh,
arrived at her home. Says that the impact of the sexual assault on the complainant, including becoming suicidal and having to spend 6 weeks in hospital, cannot be overstated. So 4 years is not enough. This guy should be in jail for a long time, and it's disgusting because he was a cop. It's a short sentence.
ugh,
Mm.
way too
Mitigating
short.
factors include Quinn's lack of a criminal record. Of course, he's a fucking cop. He couldn't have one if he was a cop. They hide it all. And
They
he
do hide it.
showed some remorse. Literally says
Some?
some remorse.
Well, at least he's showed some. Let's forgive him then and only give
Oh,
him 4 years.
he's already faced punishment in the form of being ostracized from his friends and coworkers. His time
Oh,
in
poor
custody is likely
baby.
to be difficult, and he is engaged in counseling. Fuck him.
Poor baby.
Yeah,
Poor
poor
baby. You know who's
baby.
also engaged in counseling? The woman he raped.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully
And
she is. Hopefully. I
yeah,
mean, he probably gets free counseling in prison, correct?
I would assume so. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Now in Canada, do you have to pay for, I mean, you guys have then you'll have to
Mental
pay for
health care is not covered. Yeah.
that covered, yeah. Uh-huh.
And it's
But it
expensive.
is if you're in prison.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
So,
Bastard.
yeah, I'm just glad to see that this guy, at least for 4 years, will be in prison.
Wow.
But yeah, just if you're in that position of power, it should be sort of like if you're in the military and you kill someone in public, you go to
Or
jail for a
maybe
very long time.
mm-hmm.
So if you're a police officer in that power, you should have twice as bad of a sentence as if you were just a regular person,
Mm-hmm.
because that's a serious breach of conduct.
Trust, exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I
It,
mean,
it
I
should go
don't have any
for
trust, but
it should go for any people in any kind of position, teachers,
yeah.
religious leaders, anything like that. If you have
But
some position of power, some over some
yeah.
people, right?
But I mean, especially if you're licensed to carry a gun in that position, you
Yeah.
have special training to overpower people. And literally, that badge says they can do whatever they want or you'll get in trouble. Like, it should skyrocket the
Oh
sentence.
yeah. Oh yeah. Because you know he probably threatened to take her to jail or
Oh, yeah, 100%.
something, some kind of she broke some law somehow.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
100%. Allegedly, yeah.
Allegedly. Well, mine is I'm going up your way in Edmonton area.
Okay, yeah, just over to the east.
Hmm. It was so cold at Canada's Lily Lake Resort on January 22nd that security patrols at the hotel were canceled. So an
Jesus.
opportunistic group of thieves broke in and stole a 500-pound, 12-foot tall taxidermied polar bear. I always knew you guys
Holy
had polar
shit.
bears up in Canada.
Far more north than that, but yes.
But somehow no one noticed that it was stolen
Oh my God, that's
for
awesome.
days. It was missing for days. And
Well, if
as
it's
the
that
Globe and Mail,
cold,
I know, as the Globe and Mail put it, as he'd been there for so long, it felt like he would always be there. And he was mounted to a platform on the second floor of this Edmonton area hotel that to see it, you had to look up.
holy
And
shit.
yep, he hasn't been seen since the heist, which the thieves had to sever steel cables to remove him. So it must have taken them ages to steal a
Yeah.
500-pound, 12-foot polar bear that they
Yeah.
had to cut with cable. They had to cut
And
cables.
it's
Yeah.
not like there's a whole bunch of snow right now where they could like climb up onto the second floor. I don't think there's much snow right now in Alberta.
Well, I would think it would be in the lobby. I mean, it didn't really say, but it would probably be
Well,
somewhere.
it sounds like it was outside just because like the security was
Yeah.
canceled and no one noticed.
Yeah, maybe. It didn't say. It just said there was a platform on the second floor.
Did it say what hotel it was again?
Lily Lake Resort.
I'm just gonna Google it.
Yeah, it says the resort typically has full-time security, but there was unfortunately no video surveillance. Oddly, last August, two stuffed raccoons were also stolen from the same place. Police say the trio of taxidermy creations are worth a total of $26,000. And the public is being asked to report to police if they hear of any suspicious sales of a massive stuffed bear. Nick said, quote, that would stick out right away if you saw that anywhere, right? Says a constable at the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Now, I love me some taxidermy. I usually like weird taxidermies. Um,
Oh no,
but
yeah, it looks like it was inside.
yeah,
I've got the article I just found has a picture.
yeah, he's a
Uh,
pretty bear,
yeah.
but
And
yeah.
there's the raccoons on this one too.
I love me a raccoon.
Yeah, they're so cute. Huh. Wow. That's bizarre.
Yeah, I mean, that would take a long time. So it almost makes you wonder if it was an inside job
Maybe.
because there's no video surveillance when there normally is.
I guess maybe the if the resort is currently closed and their security wasn't there, it could make more sense that
Right.
it could be stolen.
Yeah, it was just an opportunity that's like a, you know, who knows? It could have been like a joke. Let's see if we can take the polar bear, right?
Yeah.
Just a bunch of drunk or high workers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I wouldn't mind a taxidermy polar bear on my deck.
Oh, I wouldn't mind one either. I would love it. I would love to have one. I
I
mean, I
don't think it would
usually,
fit in my house.
yeah, I don't think it would fit in mine either. But I'd still have it. I'd try it. I'd make it wear holiday hats or something. You
Yeah.
know? Mm-hmm.
Get like a really, really large Hawaiian shirt made up.
Yep. That would work. I'd do it. Put a beer on its hand.
All right, we have to find this thing and bring it to your house.
It's mine. It's mine. No, I love weird taxidermies. I've got a jackalope. I've got an armadillo, and
Oh,
then I
really?
have and then I have a rat that is a circus performer. Yeah.
Yes.
But she's
Yes.
in a hoop.
It doesn't it has like a multiple bikini, doesn't it?
Uh it has like 8 pasties.
Yeah, or eight pieces, that's what it
Yeah,
was.
it's got
Yes,
the
I saw
pasties
that
going
one.
down. And she's got a
Gotta get all
thong.
those nipples.
Yes, I've named her Trixie, and she's got like a
Ooh.
feather hat type thing. I love her. I think she's great. So they the same company that did that just recently put out chipmunks that have kind of the same thing. But they're in like martini glasses, I think, or the ones I saw
Oh,
had they were in martini glasses.
I would love to see like was it Alvin and the Chipmunks?
Oh, that would work. That would work.
Oh
So,
man.
hmm
I got another one here.
I do too.
Lauren Boebert's son allegedly made sex tape with crime spree accomplice.
I'm not surprised.
It's all about the family though, right?
Yeah, they love to preach it, but
They sure do.
say, do as I say, not as I do, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's a mess.
An arrest affidavit contains an eyebrow-raising claim that the son of Representative Lauren Boebert sent out a sex tape involving him and another suspect in their alleged Colorado crime spree. Tyler Boebert, 18, was arrested Tuesday on faces 22 charges relating to a series of alleged thefts of and vehicle break-ins in Rifle, Colorado. What a name of a town. Which is in his mom's congressional district.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
For
if you're
now.
gonna be a stupid criminal, go to a different district, you
Where they don't know
fucking
you.
nimwit.
Well, I
And
think
then
one
this,
of is the girl underage?
well, he is for sure because
Well,
he's
he's
18. Well,
18.
18, yeah.
But
Um,
for somewhere I thought I read, or maybe the girl, because he got somebody pregnant, and maybe she was underage. I don't know. It's always kind of that gray area if they're 18
yeah.
and the person's
I
16 or something
don't
like that.
see any mention on this article,
Yeah.
but what does it say here? The sex tape allegation was levied by the stepmother of one unnamed suspect who is said to have disclosed the alleged crime spree to police. I have to assume, though, if they're unnamed suspect, they're probably a minor.
Right.
I
Probably.
don't, because I think they, at least I know in Canada, if they're a young offender or a minor, you can't even mention their name unless it's like mentioned by
Right.
their
I
family
think that's the
first.
same way. Yeah. I think
Other than in
that's the
Florida,
same.
it's probably the same.
Yeah.
So he now faces 4 felony counts of criminal possession of identification documents, and 1 felony count of conspiracy to commit a felony, police said. He also faces multiple misdemeanors, including counts of theft under $300 and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Oh, there we go. So probably.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
But like I
one of
said,
the
I mean, she's still a minor, but it's if
yeah,
you're 18 years old and you're dating your high school sweetheart that happens to be 16, what do you, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, but it
It's
just
still wrong, but still.
yeah, it makes it worse though when you're committing crimes together.
Exactly.
Because you're an
Bonnie and
adult now,
Clyde, they are
dumb
not.
shit.
Right. Mm-hmm. Your mom
Uh,
can't save you.
Uh, that's probably enough of it. But yeah, what a dipshit.
Uh, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Dipshit of a dipshit of a dipshit.
exactly. Well, there's been a lot of like crime in makeup stores lately, like Sephora and Ulta. I don't know if you guys have Ultas in Canada. It's just
That
like,
doesn't ring a bell. Sephora, definitely, but I don't
yeah,
know about
Sephora.
Ulta.
Um, like you see videos of people just coming in and just grabbing all sorts of things and running out, and like Ulta's, I guess, tell them not to do anything, right? You just let them go, let them
Yeah,
take
you just let
what
them
they want.
go.
Hmm.
You got insurance
Well,
for that.
exactly. Well, a Bonzel woman, Bonzel in California, I believe, is suspected of to be a mastermind of an $8 million retail theft ring that hit over 200 plus Ulta stores.
Oh my God.
Michelle Mack is accused of paying as many as 12 women for their travel expenses, as well as providing them with a list of retail stores across the country to target,
Holy
including
shit.
stores in 21 counties in California. This middle-aged, blonde, white woman, yep, was running this theft ring. A complaint alleges Michelle Mack was the ringleader of an organized crime ring that stole nearly $8 million worth of
Wow.
makeup, um, and other goods from stores, including hundreds of Ulta cosmetic stores across the United States, and resold them on her Amazon storefront.
Oh wow, that's wild. Like,
And
oh, you're
yeah,
not gonna get caught.
yeah, yeah. According to the complaint filed with the California Attorney General on Friday, more than $300,000 of makeup and other products were found in Michelle and Kevin Mack's shared home when a search warrant was served on December 6th.
I mean, if
And
you're
now,
selling
granted,
on Amazon,
yeah,
what?
three
Go
hundred
ahead.
thousand dollars worth of makeup might be five things because it's makeup's really expensive. It's overpriced,
Yeah,
but
it is
yeah,
overpriced.
seriously, yeah,
Oh
makeup,
my God.
perfume. And not only that, there was another ring that was found in the Bay Area, which is San Francisco, that had 8 truckloads of stolen goods from Kohl's, Lynn Crafters, Ross's, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Carter's, Walmart, Safeway, Nordstrom's. Yeah,
Wow.
of all clothes.
I can't get over the fact that she was reselling the makeup on her Amazon account, because
Yeah,
as an Amazon seller, you would have to have a tax account, which ties you into the government. Like,
yeah,
it'd be really easy to see there's no receipts for purchasing these, but
right.
there's receipts for selling them. Like,
Unless you fake the receipts for selling or buying. I don't know. I don't know how
I
she
don't
did it.
know. Like
But like
$8
she
million.
looks like the normal mom from a PTA. I mean, or
Karen.
she's on some, junior league somewhere, right? She totally, you would never suspect her as that kind of crime ring mastermind,
Wow.
right? But
Watch out,
yeah,
Hell's Angel. She's coming for you.
I know. I know. But yeah, but the clothes, they found $75,000 in merchandise and also $10,000 in cash. But yeah, it was systematically removed from stores, and it's identified as not only the individuals entering the stores, but also the parties receiving the merchandise.
Oh my God.
And this is Almeida, which is low violent crime, but auto theft and shoplifting are 2 big crimes.
Well, I mean, it's too expensive to live these days, so
hmm Yeah,
I'm not surprised people go to the self checkout and only check out half the stuff that they're buying, because
yeah,
it's criminal right now.
it's horrible. Well, like I said, that's why
Yeah.
they're having the ban on Kellogg's because
Yeah.
they raised prices 28% for no reason. It's not
Yeah.
they can't say that it's a shortage of supplies.
No.
They can't give the normal COVID excuse. They just raise the prices. I
Yeah.
mean, people can't afford
No.
to do anything anymore.
It's really expensive to be poor these days.
Exactly.
Yeah.
hmm
So yeah,
Yep.
screw all the big corporations.
No,
Just don't steal $8 million worth of stuff from a store and then sell it on your Amazon
I know.
account.
I know. Can you believe that?
Oh, I mean, I
Unreal. And
can,
like I
but it's
said,
crazy.
she looks just like she's a mom, you know? So,
Uh, well, now she's a mom with a jail time, probably.
yeah, that's a lot. That's
Yeah,
a
it's not a
lot of
small
money.
thing, too. $8 million of stolen stuff. Like, that's a long time in jail, probably.
Yeah,
Probably more than a murder.
yeah, I know.
Oh my.
So, do you have another one?
No, I had no more crime, but if you've got one, go for it.
I have one more crime.
Go for it.
Now, in our days, when we were young,
Back in my
marijuana,
day.
back in my days when I was a young whippersnapper, drugs would be flown into the country, right? Right.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, I guess the fentanyl problem is still going on. Well,
North and southern border for you.
yeah, exactly. Um, Investigation is underway after federal officers seized a huge load of marijuana at Baltimore Washington International Thurgood Marshall Airport. According to officials, on February 25th, U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers seized a 32-pound load of marijuana that a passenger attempted to smuggle to London from Baltimore.
Wow. Just wow. Like,
A,
you're not getting it through the airport. There's
I know
scanners.
a 22-year-old California woman has not been charged, but yep, marijuana may be decriminalized in some states. However, bulk smuggling remains illegal federally,
Yeah.
and Custom and Borders Protection officers will continue to seize marijuana when we encounter it.
I'm actually surprised just in general, because it's federally still illegal. So I'm surprised she's not instantly charged with some kind of
32
federal crime.
pounds.
Yeah. I mean,
32
even
pounds. It's not like it's just like a box of gummies or a small baggie of it, right?
yeah, like I don't remember exactly what is in Canada. I think you're allowed to have 2 ounces or something on your person at one time, and you're allowed a
Yeah.
little more at home. But any more than that is still illegal. like even though it's legal in Canada.
Yeah.
So
But she
yeah,
had 30 vacuum sealed packages of marijuana. It said the marijuana was in a suitcase heading to Iceland with follow-on travel to London. They're saying officials are seeing an increased trend of US-based growers and retailers shipping marijuana to Europe and Africa to fetch higher prices.
yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, I can't believe she's not charged. Maybe as of yet.
Looks like an adult in Canada can possess up to 1 ounce or 30 grams of cannabis at one time. And you can grow up to 4 plants.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm
Wow.
too lazy for all of that. But
I know you can actually legally fly with cannabis inside of Canada now,
oh,
but
yeah, I
the
didn't know that.
issue there, because it's federally legal, you can do that. But
Right.
if a plane is diverted to the United States in an emergency, you've now broken a federal law. So they don't recommend it, but you can do it.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah,
fly
no,
with it.
neither way.
I'm too pretty for jail, Mike. I don't know if you noticed that.
So
I'd
am I.
never make it. I would never make it. I don't look good in orange or tan.
Well,
And
I do orange well, luckily for my football team.
there you go. Mhm.
But yeah, I wouldn't want to do
The
jail.
Vols?
No.
Are you a Vols? Tennessee Vols?
No. BC Lions.
Oh,
Canadian
yeah.
football.
Canadian
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's not real football, is it? Isn't that footy?
No. No. North American style football, yes.
Okay.
But 3 downs instead of 4 downs in a
Oh,
bigger
gotcha.
field.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Alrighty.
The
Well,
US. But that's all I got.
thanks for joining, Jen, and
Thanks for having
everyone.
me.
Oh, of course.
I appreciate it.
It's always great to hang out with you,
Yeah.
even if it has to be over the internet.
I know. I was telling my husband, I'm like, we've got to go meet Mike next time.
Yes.
We've got to come see him. So
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys would get along well. He likes beer.
Perfect. I'll show him all the beer places.
There you go.
All right. Well, let's play the outro. So make sure to behave yourself or fuck around and find out. You might find yourself on Brew Crime News.
For all of the sources of this episode of Brew Crime News, head to the Brew Crime podcast feed. This has been a production of Brew Crime.